Oh yeah, here we go. My God.
All right, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Going back to mute now. All right, Hawks fans, I think we got the Wi-Fi working. We are starting late, obviously. 11:45 a.m. was our projected start for your Littleton Hawks. 12UA Black playing the Foothills 12UA Flyers here at beautiful and not warm Foothills Ice Arena. You are looking live as teams warm up. We have a bunch of players out today for the Hawks. I might have to get a couple other names of who's out, but I know that Margaret Pope and Owen Carlson, both defensemen, are both out. So that is going to make it a short bench for the Hawks today. This ought to be a good matchup. We're going to let the players get warmed up. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, about to get started here in lovely Foothills Ice Arena. The ice is actually for the feeling in the air in addition to the actual surface. Right here, am I good? Getting going here, like I said, a little bit late. Game before us went a little bit long. I've heard the officials in this game were quite poor in the first game, so let's hope that that's not the case today as your Littleton Hawks take on the Foothills Flyers. All right, I'm still learning names here. I'll do the best I can, so bear with me. As I said earlier, the Hawks have a few players out. Carlson and Pope are out. Starting out, looks like you have Varley, Vossen-Kemper. Vossen-Kemper takes it in, trying to get a shot off. Quick one. Loose puck in front of the net. Goes right across the face of the goaltender. On defense, you got Kane. You got Kane and Carroll on defense starting out. In the middle with the puck, you got Deep. That's a lost edge, almost a push in the back there. Deep is down in the corner. And here come the Flyers. Really nice back check there by Kane. Good skating as well to get out of danger zone. Nice pass from Lang into the zone. Vossen-Kemper's there applying the pressure. Loose puck. Vossen-Kemper's got a shot here. He shoots it, and the goalie saves it and then dives to jump on it. Really nice hustle play by Vossen-Kemper. He had two pressure shots on that shift. So the Hawks are going to change up. Looks like on defense we got Blom, but I can't see any shoulder numbers. So these numbers on these jerseys are impossible to see at some angles. Looks like you got Stromberg and Stack as two of the forwards. Nice play by Blom on the board. She goes into the zone, trying to get a shot off, gets it into the middle to Stromberg. He shoots it. Another save by the goalie. Hawks are jumping on him early here with a lot of offensive zone time. Seyfried drops it back. Blom at the point. The other defenseman is Peterson. In the middle, gets past the Hawks player there, and the Flyers are just going, they're going to get it on net, and so that is not an icing. Peterson and Blom go back. Stack has it up the bottom of your screen. Seyfried is on the ice, as is Stack has it. He gets past the first defender, wide angle. He couldn't quite pull the trigger. Stromberg has it. He's looking in the middle. He turns around, wraps around the goal, and the goaltender was able to kick save it. Really nice play by the goaltender. Stack brings it back in the zone. He's got Stromberg in the middle. Kane has it. Loose puck goes in the net! I believe Kane shot it, and it tipped. And I think the goal is going to go to Seyfried there. The Hawks deserve that after constant pressure early in this game. We're only about 4 minutes in, and the Hawks have had about 5 high-danger chances. A really good start for the Hawks. As I said, the Hawks are a little short-handed on D with only 4 defensemen, with Pope and Carlson supporting their team on the bench but out with injuries. Foothills gets into the zone, but not for long. Nice play by Deep to get it out of the zone. Busman has it. He gets it in the middle. And that was Lang trying to get a shot off. Loose puck. Lang has it. He shoots it. And it ricochets wide. Foothills just under constant pressure here. Back on defense, you have Kane and Carroll. Into the zone here, you got Busman. Loose puck. Shots are both saved by the Foothills goalie. Foothills gets past one defender, but the Hawks are back. Great back check, no shot. Nice play by Carroll, dropping down and preventing the pass into the middle. Here comes Lang into the zone. He gets it to Busman. The bottom of your screen, Busman gets driven wide and down low. Blom is under the ice. Bottom of your screen defender. The other defender is Peterson. Blom and Peterson are your one pair. Kane and Carroll are your other D pair. And that's it for D for the Hawks today. Carroll brings it in the zone. He's got Vossen-Kemper. He tries to get a shot off, but it ricochets down low. Vossen-Kemper trying to do something with it. Onto the ice with him at forward is also Varley. Nice stick moving. Stick handling there. That was Seyfried looking for a second goal. Blom breaks that up easily. Blom throws it forward through the neutral zone. Varley is there, providing the initial pressure. I think that's going to be an offsides. So Kane and Carroll are on at D, and then at forward, you got Varley, Seyfried, and Vossen-Kemper. Vossen-Kemper, bottom of your screen, tries the shot. It goes behind the net. Seyfried takes the draw. Varley on the right wing was there initially. It goes around the horn. Vossen-Kemper there now on the board. Nice play. Carroll almost kept it in there. Neutral zone. Foothills just trying to get into the zone and get anything going for Foothills. The Hawks' pressure has been strong. Here comes Seyfried. Another shot. Saved by the goalie. Another save by the goalie. Loose puck behind the net. The pressure continues. Carroll fires it. Ricochets off a defender. Nice save on the shot by Vossen-Kemper. This goalie is under fire and doing a pretty nice job, actually, but only a matter of time with what I'm seeing. Carroll stops it at the red line, gets it in the zone. It comes out, but the referees did not call it. Comes back to Kane. Kane's going to reverse it. A little bit too far, shooting it back to Stack. Carroll goes in and loses an edge with the help of the Foothills player, mind you. Foothills gets into the zone, but that's an interception. Here goes, that's Seyfried. Backhand, goal. And if that's not, that was Stack. I saw the 7 that said Seyfried. My apologies. Brecken Stack with the fantastic interception breakaway. Bingo, bango, bongo for the score. Backhand, 2-0 early in this one. Puck bounces Foothills' way, a little bit of a breakaway, but the Hawks recover. Here comes Stromberg. He's got Stack in the middle. Stromberg gets past the first, shoots it towards the tender. He was there with the blocker save, pass in the front. Another pad save by the goaltender on the shot from, that was Lang. pass attempted to get to Blom, but the Hawks are going to easily clean this up. They really have great speed, and any Foothills opportunity is just squeezed out really so far. Nice pass into the middle, and that's in the net. Stromberg received the pass, put it right under the goaltender's arm, right in front of the net. What a great pass. Trying to see the number of who passed it. Makes me a bad announcer, I know. That was Lang on the pass. That's Lang on the assist. Beautiful pass and a finish there. That's going to make it 3-0. The scoreboard says 1-0 on the Foothills. I need to make sure to change the scoreboard here on your live stream, so forgive me. That's going to be an offside. So you got Carroll and Kane in as your G-men. Again, I'm working on the stream and getting the scoreboard changed. We're having a lot of connectivity problems, and luckily we got the stream up. Should have the score up correctly now. 3-0 is the score. We're 4 minutes to go in the first period. Nice play by Busman to get it in deep. Jordan Busman is also Seifried and deep. The D-men are Kane and Carroll. It's going to go back. Carroll will get it. Goes around the horn, bottom of your screen. Kane goes back to get it. He's going to scan. Foothills actually have a little bit of zone time here. Nice pass. What a pass up the Seifried. Great pass backwards. That pass from Seifried, who had kind of almost got hooked. He dropped it back to deep. He wasn't able. Nice pass into the middle. Seifried shoots it. This goaltender, I got to give it to him. He's just under fire constantly. Foothills dumps it in and changes. We got 3 minutes to go in this first period. The Hawks, despite a couple injuries on defense, are off to a really nice start. Comes up to Busman. Busman looking for deep in the middle, but comes back to the neutral zone. Peterson and Blom are your defenders. Foothills trying to get a shot off. Nice play by the Foothills player to get a tip, but it was wide. That might have been the first dangerous shot attempt, I think, at all in this game for Foothills. It's been a dominant first period. Vossen-Kemper gets past some defenders, but then puck gets knocked away. Vossen-Kemper circles. Pass for the defender, Carroll, is intercepted, but Carroll does a good job recovering, dumps it back into the zone. Dangerous pass by Foothills, but it gets through the neutral zone. Nice play by Kane, who gets it up to Varley. In the neutral zone, Kane gets the red line. He dumps it in. Nice play. Lang, Varley, Vossen-Kemper, your forwards. Kane and Carroll, your D-men. That was a kick forward, but no problem. Kane is able to gather it. Lang brings it up the ice. Vossen-Kemper tried to keep it, but Foothills dumps it in. Kane goes back to get it. Kane around the boards to Carroll. Varley has it. Varley with some speed gets past 1, 2, 3, make it 4. Let's make it. Almost made it 5. Nice take by Varley. Good skating in the corner, though he loses the puck. The Hawks player, that was Vossenkemper, slid into the net. Neutral zone pass, D-to-D pass by Peterson to Blom. Here comes Harper. She doesn't like it, scans and goes behind the net. Comes back into the middle. Good stick handling by Blom. Pass into the middle, looking for Seyfried. Foothills have a little bit of a 2-on-1, but they can't control the puck, and they generate an offsides on themselves. It's kind of been how the day has gone for the Flyers so far. We got 13 seconds left in this first period, 3-0. The Hawks defense continues to shine. The forwards are getting back. The defensemen are fast. And even with only 4 defensemen, I gotta be really proud of this defense. Not giving up much. 8 seconds left in the period. Peterson takes it in, and with 0.6 seconds to go, we're going to do a neutral zone face-off. But the scorekeeper thought the same thing I did. That's stupid. Let's go ahead and go to the end of the period. 3-0's your score. We'll be back after these messages. Here we are at the start of the second period. Hawks are up 3-0. They're going to come out with Stack, Stromberg, and looks like Seyfried as forward. Seyfried, nice pass up to the D-man. Kane, Carroll is the other D-man. Kane to Stack. Seyfried tried to get past the defender, but Foothills shuts that down, and they enter the zone, although the Hawks' defense is all over them. And here comes a breakaway. Hawks got a little bit of a 2-on-2. Seyfried's going to fire, and he buries it in the back of the net. Seyfried having himself a day. The goalie was shaded to the right side. I saw the hole, so did Seyfried, and he buried it. Nice goal. Hawks up 4-0. Not 5-0. Got the score right there. All right. Looks like we got the same forwards mostly on the ice. I think we had the same forwards. So you have Stromberg, Seyfried, stack. A little bit of extracurricular. Hopefully my microphone is catching all the parents yelling. That's one of the favorite parts and feelings of youth hockey. I'm not quite sure what happened, but there was some shoving some type. There's a lot of parents yelling, "Put him in the box." But he's going to the box, so we're going to have a power play sponsored by King Soopers, 50 cents off your next grocery order if the Hawks score. Kane and Carroll are your D-men. Deep, Busman, and I think Lang are your forwards. Lang's going to take the draw on this King Soopers power play. We're looking for additional power play sponsorships. So please let me know if you have any company that would like to get visibility to potentially dozens of people. Foothills win it, but it's still in the offensive zone for the Hawks. Nice pass into the middle. Ripped by Braden Lang. Braden likes to reach for the top shelf. Buries that one over the goalie's shoulder. My excitement with goals is probably going to have to slow down a little bit if the score is now 5-0. But a great shot by Mr. Lang in front of the net, right over the goalie's shoulder. It makes it 5-0. Hawks are cruising. Carroll fires it, but it goes wide. Busman, the first one there. You got Lang in the middle, and then you still got Deep. So it's the same five on the ice. That power play connected, and so that means 50 cents off your next grocery order or visit King Soopers. Lang into the middle, looking for Deep. Deep dropped it over to Busman, and Busman fired it, and the goalie made a great save. Deep shoots it just wide. Lang gets it. Lang thought about doing the Michigan there. I'm not sure, but he was behind the net in a good position to do so. Keeps it in the zone. Busman throws it around the horn. He's going to go behind the net, pick it up. Foothills trying to get out. Really struggling to get anything going. So back on defense, you got Peterson and Blom. Peterson gets it to Blom. Great pass through the middle by Blom, but it didn't connect. Nice pass by Foothills behind the defense. There's a breakaway. And that's going to be a goal by Foothills. That was a perfect pass, close to being offsides. My sideline reporter has checked in Toronto, and we think that was offsides. So any of you at home that can rewind the stream, that might have been offsides. However, that is a goal. It was a one-on-one breakaway, and I think that Ethan initially made the save, and then the rebound, the player was able to put it in the net for Foothills. We do think it was offsides. Toronto is going to get back to us here shortly. Okay, maybe not. 5-1 to score. Loose puck. We got Varley, Seyfried behind the net. Varley, Seyfried, and Vosenkemper. Vosenkemper throws it back around the horn. Varley is going to be there. Seyfried, then Varley. Our defenders are Blom and Peterson. Blom, good skating, passes it across, but I think Varley had lost an edge. But Varley has it, not quite. Neutral zone. The Flyers throw it forward. Blom has it. Great pass by Blom. She's making some killer passes today. Vosenkemper tried to get past the defenders, not able to do it. Seyfried, nice pass to the D-man. Peterson comes up trying to pull the trigger, not able to do so. Quick shot there by Seyfried. some extracurriculars in front of the net. Quick shot by Peterson, but the goaltender knocks it down. Seyfried around the horn. Lots of parents yelling. You know that's when the game gets good. Foothills is able to, that was offsides, okay. 5-1, 9 minutes to go. We're getting close to halfway through this one. So it is not going too well for Foothills, given that their one goal very well was offsides. Curious if any of you at home could do a little rewind on that and tell us if it was blatant or not. Doesn't matter. Not going to get overturned or anything. Into the middle. Looks like you got Lang and Stromberg and Stack. Carroll and Kane, your defender. Stack has it in the middle. He's going to fire it. He does, but just wide. Stack retrieves it in the neutral zone. He's going to dump it in, but it hits the bench. You see Owen Carlson and Margaret Pope over there supporting their team despite having some injuries. But the D-man core is doing a wonderful job today with only four D-men and D-women. Nice pass from Kane to Carroll. Carroll stretch pass to Stack. Stack's going to fire it. Just wide. Goaltender might have got a blocker on it, not sure. Stromberg's there. Comes around the horn. Carroll was on the boards. Looked like Lang lost an edge there. In the middle, pass was to Stromberg, who tipped it just wide. Another loose puck, but it's knocked outside the danger zone. That's going to come back to Kane. Kane with some good skating. Kane gets it in the neutral zone up to Lang. Foothills player gets past one, but not two or three. Here comes Stack. He gets the red line and gets it in the zone. I think he was getting hooked there. These referees have not really been calling much. Nice pass into the middle for Stack. Loose puck. Looks like the goaltender freezes it. .7:38 to go in the second period. 5-1 is the score. You're going to have Blom and Peterson as your D-men. And then you got Seyfried deep, Busman as your forwards. Seyfried won the draw. Busman shoots wide. Seyfried throws it around the horn. Peterson is there, but it took a funny bounce, so it didn't get to Peterson. Here come the Flyers. Nice back check by Seyfried to break that up, and Blom just shuts it down. The Foothills players trying to push Blom around unsuccessfully. And here come the Hawks. Deep has it, but it's going to be a little offsides. I think Bestman was just ahead of him. Looks like Quaid Dodge is also out today. I wasn't sure if we're missing 3 or 4, so forgive me. Hopefully Quaid's all right. I'm not sure the story on him, if it's injury or sick, but we're down a few players, and the Hawks are still having good results. Pass into the middle of the Busman. It goes just wide. That pass was from Seyfried. But that went in the net. I think that's going to be a hat trick for Seyfried. The hats are flying here in Foothills Ice Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Although everyone's going to pick up their hats because it's 37 degrees. Fantastic. All the hats are going back to their owners as they shiver. That's 6-1. 6:41. Uh-oh. Oh, Toronto says no goal. Not quite sure what happened there. I assume they're going to take it off the scoreboard, so I am as well. They haven't yet in the arena. I have no idea what happened. It was a goal that was a loose puck in front of the crease, so maybe after further talk they decided it was some type of should have been a frozen puck. I don't know. That said, let's hope it doesn't matter. Although it would have been nice for Nolan to get that hat trick. I'm not sure. They haven't taken it off the scoreboard here, but they clearly took the goal off. Boston Kemper, Varley, and I think Langer, your forwards. Varley gets it, comes across the middle, and he gets it out of the zone. Boston Kemper, but that's going to be offsides, top of our screen. That was offsides by Boston Kemper. It happens. So we got Stromberg on the ice. Seyfried taking the draw and Stack. Back on D, you got Kane and Carroll. Carroll going behind the net. He gets it up in the air. Bottom of your screen. And the Hawks get it out. Stromberg got it up to Lang. He got it up to Stack. Stack's trying to push it forward, but the Foothills are able to let it squirt out of the zone. Kane has it up the boards to Stack. Nice touch pass. Looking for Lang. Gets away from him, though. Excuse me, that was not Lang. If they had numbers that you could see, this would be a lot easier. That touch pass was to Seyfried. Stack in the zone again. Stack's looking in the middle, looking for Seyfried there, but it gets across the face and into the corner. Nice play by Carroll. Get it in the middle. Stack has it. Loose puck. Goes into the corner. Stack looking for Stromberg in the middle. Referee blew his whistle. And I think he's calling a penalty on the Hawks. He is calling a penalty on the Foothills player. That goes to show you how easy it is sometimes to see some of these penalties. But that's going to put the Hawks on the King Soopers power play. Could get up to $1 in savings if we connect here. Loose puck gets into the neutral zone. I guess it didn't get out of the zone, but nah, it didn't there either. Nice job by Kane to keep it in. That was looking for deep there. Carroll comes up. He's going to fire it. Blocker saved by the goalie. That was a good shot on net. Kane's going to go back and retrieve it easily. You got Lang, Busman, and deep as your forwards. Busman's at the net. The goaltender's able to cover it up. We got 4:01 to go in the period, 51 seconds on the King Soopers power play. Looks like Lang's going to take the draw. Deep and Busman flank him. Carroll and Kane, your D-men. The Hawks keep the pressure on with this power play, but it really hadn't mattered whether it's power play or 5-on-5. The pressure has been on. The goal by the Flyers was questionable. Here comes Lang. He's got deep in the middle. Tries the pass, but it gets deflected. He wraps around into the middle. What a pass from Lang to deep, and deep puts it deep in the net for the Hawks goal. That's going to make it 6-1. That's $1 of savings at King Soopers with the power play connection. The Hawks are 2 for 2 on the power play today. So that makes it 6-1. 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second period. Varley threw it in the middle, but the Flyers got it. You got Blum and Peterson back on defense. Seyfried. Blum knocks it away. Seyfried down there. Your other forwards are Varley and Vosenkemper. Vosenkemper passes to Varley. Varley gets past one D-man, but the Flyers player makes a play that's fully legal at Bantam level, a great hockey play, but might not be totally legal here at the Pee Wee level. That said, can't argue with that defensive play from my view. Puck squirts into the neutral zone. Blom to Peterson. Peterson up to Varley. Varley enters the zone. He drops it to Lang. And the Flyers get into the zone. The Hawks are just all over him. Blom's going to go back to get that. She gets it around the horn. Stromberg was there. Stromberg trying to pick up that puck. Stack is under the ice, as is Lang. Lang brings it in the zone. He's got Stack in the middle. Goes around the net, passes to Lang, shot, but the goalie is able to cover it up and save it. Nice passing there from Lang to Stack to get the shot off. It looks like we're going to have Stromberg, Stack, Seyfried as your forwards back on D. Kane and Carroll. Here come the Flyers, but it's back to the Hawks. Kane gets it to Stack, who gets it into the zone. I'm not sure if that came out or not. Stack has it. He throws it back around the horn. Seyfried is there. In front of the net is Stromberg. Puck is tied up. The Flyers come away with it, but it bounces right back to Seyfried. Seyfried looks for a pass in the middle, not able to get it off. He passes to the D-man, Carroll. Carroll's going to fire it. Loose puck. Loose in front of the net. The goaltender tried to freeze it, but wasn't able to. Stromberg, Stack had it. Got a shot off, but it bounced away. The Flyers' attempt at a breakaway was quickly stuffed out by Kane. Stromberg to Stack. Stack tied up, but Carroll does a nice job coming up. Kane throws it back in. Stack has it. Seyfried. He does the wraparound, pass to Stromberg. It was on his backhand. He was not able to do a quick snap with the backhand. Almost did, though. Here comes Stromberg, and he puts it in the upper left 90 corner for a tremendous goal. With 18 seconds to go in the period, and that makes it 7-1. On the nice shot there. By Stromberg, and there's going to be 1 second. A lot of parents are yelling, and we're going to go ahead and end the period. Its score is 7-1, complete and utter Hawks domination. We'll be back after these messages. We're back, Hawks fans. Start of the third period. It's going to be offsetting minute-and-a-half penalties because of the extracurricular activities at the end of the second period. A lot of parents yelling, which is always lovely. So we're going to have the Hawks, looks like they're going to have Lang taking the drop. Busman is one forward. And here comes Deep. Deep trying to get the shot off. He does. That was wide. You got Kane and Carroll on defense. Flyers try to get it in, but just nothing. Nothing going. Offsetting penalty, so we're at 5-on-5 here. Here comes Lang up the ice. He's got Deep in the middle. Lang passes it to Deep, backhand, and the goaltender was there, but I love the passing. Lang to Deep, Deep on the shot, good save, a good hockey play. Lang trying to get to the net, the Flyers come away with it. Nice pass into the middle to the Flyers player, but right back to the Hawks. Blom, I think, nope, that's Kane. Nope, that was Blom. Blom to Busman. Busman gets past a couple, trying to get a shot off. The Flyers take it away. Deep was able to block it. Deep throws it in the middle, but nobody was there. Hawks are kind of mid-change here. Nice play by Carroll to keep it on the boards. Carroll's got it at the point. Carroll fires it, and it hit a Foothills player and ricocheted wide. Into the middle, Busman trying to pull the trigger, not able to. Looks like we're playing a few different players at some different positions, which is going to be glorious for my name recognition. Foothills breakaway. They got a little bit of a 2-on-0 shot, but Ethan's there to not only stop the shot, but not even allow a rebound. Great play. Hard to sit back there and get one shot every 15 minutes. But he was ready for that one. Nice play. Defensive zone faceoff here for the Hawks. Looks like Seyfried's going to take the drop. Seyfried's got Varley as a forward. Varley has it now. Up ahead of him, Vosenkemper. Vosenkemper has it, fires it. That hit the post, I think. That was a great shot, super close by Vosenkemper. Here comes Vosenkemper again into the zone. He's getting in the middle, trying to get to the forehand, loose puck. Foothills able to come away with it. We got 11:30 to go in the game. Nice play by Kane, who gets it up to Seyfried. Seyfried might have been tripped there. Varley got it forward, but it comes back to the Hawks in the D zone. Carroll with it. Nice pass to Varley. Varley loses an edge. Almost got past the defender. Varley would have been there. Carroll with some good skating here. He's going to enter the zone. He takes it deep. Gets it into the middle. And gets it to, I had somebody walk right in front of me. But it looks like it was a great pass from Carroll. And I think that was Varley or Seyfried on the shot. Forgive me, these jerseys, you cannot see these numbers very easily, particularly on the arm. It's impossible. That said, wait, that was a goal. Is that a goal? I am doing a terrible job announcing that was a goal. The players have stopped celebrating, which makes it difficult for me, but that's a goal, and that was a great pass by Carroll, and I'm going to figure out who scored. I'm sorry I didn't give credit there initially. I thought it was a save. Nobody celebrated just because of how this game is going. 8-1 is our score as the Hawks just continue to roll. Quick shot by Lang. The goalie catches it. So on the ice, you got Stromberg, Stack, and Lang are your forwards. And on D, you got Kane and Carroll. We've reached the point of the game where goals are just not going to have that much of a celebration, given that it's just a complete domination by the Hawks. I'll do my best to determine if it's in the back of the net. My apologies. Lang got tied up down low. Carroll's doing a really nice job on the boards, being strong there, keeping it in the zone. Lang, he's got Stack in the middle, but Lang decides to deposit it in the back of the net. The clock is running almost as fast as the Hawks on the scoreboard. That's going to be 9-1. Same forwards on the ice, but you got Blom and Peterson at D. 9:51 and running. Stack has it. He's going to fire it. They get a stick on it. It bounces over the net. Blom has it, and she gets in the middle. Nice hands there by Harper. Stack has it. Looks like Stack, Lang, and Stromberg are your forwards. Pass for Stromberg's intercepted, but the Hawks, Blom has it at neutral ice. Blom gets past one, loose puck. Stromberg comes away with it. Stromberg back to Peterson. It's tied up on the far side in front of the Foothills bench. Peterson got taken down there. They're not calling a penalty at this point. A goaltender, a little bit of shoving going on. First comes shoving, second comes parents yelling. Parents take him again? One of the greatest traditions in sports is parents yelling at the officials at a youth hockey game. Take them both! Looks like they're only going to put. Better be two of them. Take them both! They are going to put two players into the box, so it'll be offsetting minute and a half penalties here. Running clock, 7:55 to go. Nine to 1's the score. One more. The Hawks only have 4 players out there. That's either a strategic move or a mistake. It looks like it's a mistake. The Hawks' 5th player comes onto the ice as the puck is dropped. Kind of odd looking, but Seyfried came on as it was offsetting penalties, so it should be 5-on-5, which it is. Blom throws it towards the net. Goalie knocks it away. So you got Deep, Busman, Seyfried are your forwards. Blom and Peterson are your D-men. Blom with it with speed. Gets past one, gets past two. She wants more. Goes around behind the net. Passes right to the front of Deep. Gets just past him, but a nice offensive take there by Blom. Seyfried did a good job dropping back to the vacated D-man spot. Always important to do that. Give your defensemen the ability to make those plays if they got them. Puck bounces past the defender, but it's a 1-on-3 and an easy block shot and a deposit back into the neutral zone there by Carroll. Nice play. Puck goes back. Blom retrieves it. She backhands it around the horn. Carroll is going to get there. Seyfried got it into the neutral zone. You got Busman in the middle. Nice play by Carroll. Carroll gets it across, looking for Busman. Bounces around. We got 6 minutes and running here in this one. Busman Seyfried to deep. Deep to Busman. Busman fires it. The goalie stops it, and it bounces into the corner. Busman on the puck, doing a good job. Deep has it in the corner. Bounces behind the net where the Foothills player gets it. Every time the Foothills try to break out, the Hawks have been mucking that up, either getting it in the neutral zone or keeping it in. Nice attempt at a pass by Busman. I think we're looking for Seyfried in the middle. Puck bounces in the neutral zone, but Carroll has it. Stromberg has it. Stromberg taking it all the way, looking to pull a shot off, but not able to do it. I think Stromberg might be playing a little bit of defenseman here. I think he is. We only have 4 defensemen today with some injuries, so probably trying a few players in this one. Nice pass in the middle. Quick shot there by Vossenkemper, but goalie was ready for it with a blocker pad save. Pass by Varley, one-timer. The one-timer there was by Vossenkemper. Good-looking play. Vossenkemper again fires it. The goalie was able to make the save. Nice shooting by Vossenkemper, forcing the goalie to make some nice moves. Nice pass to Varley. Varley shoots it. Loose puck in front of it. And I think right there is the goal by Braden Lang. As we say in the Pope House, cooking on a Lang, our favorite brand of barbecue smokers. The Hawks are cooking today. Nice clean-up workman goal there for Braden Lang. That's going to make it 10-1. 3:49, clock's running. That's all that's left in this one. Nice job keeping it in the zone, but it's going to be, I think it squirted out, so it's going to be an offsides. Neutral zone faceoff, 3:28 to go. The scoreboard doesn't go to 10 here, so it's going to stay at 9. Blom goes back to get it. Carroll is also a D with her. Up the boards to Stromberg. Stromberg, great pass to Lang. Lang's got stacked in the middle, but he might not need it. Lang into the middle. Backhand, forehand! And the goalie lays on top of it. Nice play by the Foothills goalie. 10 goals here, but that goalie has stopped about a dozen other ones. We got 2:42 to go in this one. Want that clock to keep ticking down so I can get warmed up and go watch some college football. Indiana Hoosiers play the Oregon Ducks a little bit later, as the Fighting Irish play the NC State Wolfpack. Puck comes out in the neutral zone, but as per usual today, the defender, Carroll for the Hawks, is all over it. Lang again, another chance, loose puck in front of the net, but the Flyers are able to knock it away. 2 minutes to go in this one. Flyers got a little bit of room, but the speed from the D-men just really shut it down. I mean, that was nice looking. Not only was Carroll there, but Blom was right in front of the net to prevent a pass, or if the player was able to get by Carroll. Here comes Carroll into the zone, squeezed out by the Foothills defender. 1:37 to go. Hawks win the toss. Quick shot, but a glove save on the shot by Busman. Again, it's 10 goals, but probably double that in saves. Good saves by this Foothills goaltender, who's had a good game, believe it or not. Puck squirts past think that was not sure. Doesn't really matter because the speed from these Hawks defenders is erasing any issues. That was Peterson in the corner. Peterson's on it now. We have 38 seconds to go and running with this one. Foothills player gets in front of the net. A little bit of shoving, but Ethan says no thanks and covers it up. 30 seconds to go in this one. Nice play by Deep. Deep takes it himself. He's got Busman in front of the net. Goes past the goaltender into the corner. And that's going to be it. 10-1 is your final score. Hawks roll on. We'll see you tomorrow.